Hi, I'm Allan from Decision Inc. I'm going to be talking to you today about how we modernize finance by introducing technology into the planning cycle. We're going to be looking at how we take finance and extend it into operations, how we're going to look at integrating analytics and planning together, and how we use artificial intelligence to help us do some predictive analytics as we move into that planning cycle. And the biggest part of it all is how technology can simplify the process from end to end. So what this means for us is that finance enables the business to be in a continuous planning cycle to gain insights into the future. We become a business partner as finance to the operations, which has never been happened before. And we also look at taking the planning process and making it a lot faster and more efficient, which obviously has a bottom line effect on the business. So what I'm going to do now is show you how modern cloud-based technology can tick all those boxes that I spoke about earlier. If we go into technology now, the first thing we want to do is have a view of the entire business end to end through an analytical window on the business, and then be able to switch into planning whenever we need to, and then back into the analytics to see what impact the decisions we made through our plan has on our financials. So if we look at this, in our modern mind today, we want to be able to unpack all the various aspects of the mind, which means we want to be able to have a look at revenue, see what is going on there, be able to switch into labor, stores, maintenance, and also life of mine plan. The key aspect between all of these is that as we go from each area of the mine, we want to be able to see and unpack the various drivers that are relevant to that particular part of the mine. For example, in labor, we're looking at core drivers like activities and jobs, which are a key component of any labor in a mine. And we're able to analyze the business with those particular dimensions. But in stores, material starts to play a bigger part of what we want to be able to see and do within the mine. On the maintenance side, however, there are machines, and the maintenance intervals with each machine also becomes relevant. Life of mine, the variable there is time. We want to be able to plan 50 years within the mine and see what is happening. So in the current view, we've got a dashboard that shows me every single one of these key core components of a mine, and I have the ability to now use this technology and the machine learning to be able to gain some insights into my numbers. For example, in this particular area, I can see my revenue is down actuals to budget, and I want to use machine learning to pick up and search the entire planning and analytical database and tell me where this negative variance is coming from. So let's have a quick look at what this negative variance is about. So once we go into it, I can say, let the smart insights go and do the search for me. What's happening now is that the particular technology is looking through the entire application on my behalf and coming back with all the key areas that I should be concerned about or that I should know about. And I can very quickly pick up that gold is my biggest contributing factor to my revenue, while palladium is missing our core budget by quite a lot. Open cost mining is a big contributor to us in terms of effectiveness for generating revenue, and then the best producing mine in my entire business is our shaft 9, where we've doing the most revenue from. So very quickly, the machine learning brought back insights into my data for me without me having to go look through all the different variables in that. So how does this play back now to integrating your financial view of the business into the operational metrics and drivers? So the core behind this now is I want to be able to manipulate any one of those core dimensions for a particular area and then come back to my financials and see the impact of that. So a very quick example of this is, let's switch over to my planning component within this particular application. I'll go into labor cost planning, and starting to show you now the ease of use and simplification. We're going to a detailed labor cost plan. And in this particular area, I have what we call a value driver tree. And in this value driver tree, we are working out what my total labor cost is, but I'm using operational metrics to get there. So in the same application that I'm able to do all my financial reporting and planning, I also can do my operational planning. So in this particular example, there's a certain number of tons my teams can produce through the various labor effort that they undergo. And in this example, we've got 1,000 tons per team in order to meet my entire production tons target. So if I say, if we work a little bit more efficiently, and let's say we produce 1,100 tons per team, you'll notice how my total labor cost comes down by changing that efficiency metric. So as I hit the OK button, I'm going from 25.5 million to 23.1 million in terms of cost. So we've brought the labor cost down by making the teams work more efficiently. In the same metric, I can also make an adjustment to another operational metric, is my in-service percentage cover. So maybe we don't need so many people available and we can reduce our headcount in the business. I'm saying let's reduce our in-service metric from 25% down to 20%. And with that particular adjustment, I've dropped my labor cost even more. And in so doing, when I've done that, not only do these operational metrics impact the labor cost, but that goes straight through to my income statement. So as a finance manager, I can switch over to my income statement, do an update. Let's just run the update. And what we'll see is, for my budget version 2, I should have brought my labor cost down quite considerably by making 2 operational adjustments. And on refresh, I can see I've actually saved the company 3.2 million rand by making the teams work more efficiently and being more aggressive on my in-service metrics. So in summary, we can see how we can use BI dashboards to gain some insights into our business, use advanced analytics to do the work for us, to bring some core concepts back to the decision maker, how we can then very quickly switch to a planning environment where we can work with operational drivers and get a financial output from that in our financial reports. So this is just some of the things we can do to help mines modernize their finance departments to become better business partners to the operations. So that was the demo. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, please contact us at decisioninc.com and we'll be glad to make contact with you.